You guys, welcome back. I am super excited about this one. It should be a lot of fun. We're gonna look at my apartment. For those of you who don't know, I house hacked, so this is the apartment that I moved into and I renovated. So we're gonna see the before and afters on that, and then we're gonna look on a couple of home renovating like tips and kind of my philosophy on that, and what I think you should hire out and what I think you should do yourself, and also how I saved $240 in just 1 hour last week. If you guys are new to my channel, usually I talk about financial independence, early retirement, saving money tips, things like that. This one's gonna be a little bit different, but I think you'll find it interesting. I've always wanted to be on or make like one of those HGTV shows, so this is kind of my little shot at it. I was not doing YouTube at the time when I bought this house, so I don't have like video or good pictures, but hopefully next time I can do like a full-on show and it should be a lot better. But this is gonna be really fun. Let's go. So before I bought this house, on the initial walkthrough, there was a hoarder living in this place here, and he was a smoker. Been living here for about 10 years, so everything throughout the entire house was yellow, and there was like lanes where you could walk through, and it was really just a nasty place. So that actually turned out to be a really good thing for me, because I think that scared some other people off and may have lowered the price of the property in general. So since I used an FHA mortgage, I had to own or occupy the property. So I had this person evicted before I moved in, and then I went through and I renovated the entire place. So to start off with, we had to go through and bleach the entire place down, and then we used Kills on all the walls to get rid of the smoke smell, and then we painted all the walls and the ceilings. Pretty much everything in the entire house, scrubbed everything, wiped down all the windows because there was just yellow nicotine like just streaming down the walls. It was one of the grossest things I've ever seen. We had masks on the entire time doing it. It was not overly fun, but we got it done. So I had a choice. I could either do things as cheaply as possible, or I could really try to make it a nice place and be able to up the rent a little bit. And since I was living here myself and I was gonna get married and my wife is now living here with me, I wanted to make it a nice place that was clean and kind of cool. So the first thing that we wanted to do is we wanted a new kitchen. So actually before I even had possession of the house, we bought cabinets for about $200 on Craigslist. They were used cabinets, and then we went ahead and refinished those myself with me and my then fiance, now wife. We were able to do this so that when we bought the place, we were able to just put them in after we ripped out the old kitchen. So the kitchen that was originally here, it was like a built-in kitchen. It was all custom done because the walls are like on that wall there, they're like a few inches off in the back. Like, it's not square in the least. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. And there was so much paint over them because people had just kept repainting them. So we ended up ripping all those out, and there was also like water damage in the ceiling here, so we ripped the entire ceiling down. That was not the most fun thing. But after we got that down, we had a clean slate and we were able to design this how we wanted. Speaking of that, I was wondering what you guys think of this idea. So I watched those HGTV shows and I always thought it was fun, but I was thinking on the next renovation, if I throw out options for you guys, like different types of tile, different colors of paint, different things, different designs of the kitchen, if you guys wanted to vote on them so you can kind of design the house with me, and then I would go ahead and pick whatever one got the most votes. I was wondering what you guys think of that idea. If it's something that you're interested in, let me know in the comments and maybe I can do that on the next renovation. But if it's like a dumb idea, then let me know that too. So then we went ahead and we put in the cabinets. Now I was looking at granite countertops at the time, but those were running like around $1,000 to maybe $2,000 depending on what type of material you're looking at. And I didn't want to get the cheap wood ones. So what we decided to do was, my cousin, my brother, and me actually have a small little concrete business. We've been doing this for a while now. And we wanted to get into concrete countertops. So this is actually, we're like, hey, you know, like you guys can guinea pig on me. So we ended up all working together. We made this concrete countertop here, and we were able to get it in. It was really difficult. It was a couple 100 pounds getting it in, and then we cut out a hole for the pipes here and we popped that right in, and then we were able to finish it, and now it looks amazing. So I had to throw out the fridge because it actually had cockroaches in it. That was a little disturbing. This whole place had cockroaches in it, and I was able to get rid of those. But anyways, so the fridge, it didn't have a washer dryer, so I got a washer dryer. and it didn't have a dishwasher, so I had another one and I just changed it out for a new one. But all of these I was able to get at under half price as they would be new, because I went to a place that like refurbishes them, so they're actually like new ones or less than a year old that they were able to redo. And I was able to get like the dishwasher was $200 and it's about 6 months old, and it's a $600 to $800 dishwasher. So things like that where I was able to save a lot of money just on the appliances. So to finish off the kitchen, instead of leaving this pipe exposed, we went ahead and framed that in, and then stained the wood that was there so it looks like a beam that really hides it and also gives it a nice like industrial feel that kind of goes with the granite countertop and the cabinets. And then I tiled in the backsplash. That actually just got finished like last week. So the original bathroom was really scary, like just gross and dirty. It was cramped. So I really wanted to do something with this. So I ripped out the walls of the tub. I was hoping to just put like a new insert in, but it turns out since it is such an old house, the walls are not square at all, and you couldn't get anything that would fit in there. You just have to get like these sheets of like white stuff that's like waterproof, and it would have looked really nasty again, which was like, that kind of defeats the purpose. So what I ended up doing is I tiled that entire thing myself. I waterproofed it first and then I tiled it, and it turned out really, really nice. And it was pretty cheap and not all that hard to do. It did take me a while because it was the first thing I ever tiled, but it turned out really nice. Then to finish off the bathroom, we put in a new subflooring because the old one was rotting, put sticky tiles over it, which if I was to redo it, I might actually do real tiles next time, but we did sticky tiles. And then a new vanity, a new toilet, and a fresh coat of paint, and it really made a big difference. So since we don't have much storage, there's only one closet in the entire place, and we don't have a ton of cabinet space, I wanted to kind of take advantage of this built-in that was here. So there was an old built-in here. It was slanted and the doors didn't really work and it was just really dirty again. So I actually ripped that out of the wall and I built this built-in here, so I was able to store some stuff underneath and then have a nice coffee bar on top. When you walked in the main door to our building, it still looks dirty because there was a old carpet that had been there for who knows how long that was on top of linoleum and it just smelled. So we ended up ripping all of that out and we put in some self-leveler and then a subflooring, and then I was able to tile on top of that, and it just gave it a nice cleaner, newer vibe when you walk in the door, which was something I definitely wanted to kind of up the level of this building. To how I saved $240 just the other week. And if you guys are liking this video so far, go ahead and smash that like button. It really does make a huge difference. So I had bought in this washer dryer that we talked about, and the washer was not actually draining. It stopped working like last week or whenever it was. And we didn't know what to do. I'd never worked on any appliances before, so I called the people I got it from and they wanted to charge me $100 to come out and fix it. I did not want to do that, so I ended up, actually my wife ended up spending about 20 minutes like just Googling stuff and YouTubing how to fix this, and then we were able to fix it. So that saved me $100 in about half an hour's worth of work. The other thing is, when I bought this dishwasher, they were supposed to install it, but when they got here, they said that it was going to be $140 to install it, and I was like, I spent $200 on the stupid dishwasher. I'm not going to give you another $140 to install it. It like doubles the price. So I ended up doing that myself, and it took me about half an hour, so that's another $140 that I saved in half an hour's worth of work. So my whole point on this is not that you have to do everything yourself, but if there's something that is a basic fix, like fixing a toilet, a leaky pipe, even tiling, or like having a problem with your appliances, or even like changing the oil on your car, before you go ahead and you spend something, if it's going to be more than like 20, 30, 40 bucks an hour, then try to figure out how to do it yourself. And in effect, you're paying yourself that $50 an hour, that $100 an hour, that $240 just for 1 hour's worth of thinking outside the box and figuring out yourself, instead of always being reliant on experts and other people to handle your basic problems for you.